In The Force Awakens, we learn that Han lost the Millennium Falcon to a man named Ducain, who then lost it to the Irving boys, who then lost it to Unkar Plutt. We didn't know much else beyond that back in 2016, but the 18th issue of the Star Wars Adventures comics has at least started to fill in that gap in the Falcon story. Gannis Ducain was a Nikto who worked at Maz Kanata's castle on Takodana. Similar to Luke Skywalker, he spent his days working in a job he found unfulfilling, wishing he were off on one of the adventures he heard patrons on the castle talking about. One day he overheard Han say that he needed some help on a job since Chewie was no longer around. We don't know when exactly this takes place, but Chewie and Han parted ways after the events of the Aftermath trilogy, leaving Han short-handed. So Han took Gannis with him, and on the way he tells the kid that doing the right thing is more important than adventures or making a name for yourself. When they landed, Han left the Falcon in Ducain's care while he went off to meet his contact, and then Ducain just took it. He worked with a mysterious benefactor for years, gaining fortune and notoriety as the man who stole the legendary Millennium Falcon. Eventually, he met his employer face-to-face on the planet Vardos. There, he learned that he was helping the people who would eventually become the First Order. He had a change of heart and tried to return the Falcon to Han, but before he could, it was stolen by the Irving boys. Still determined to make amends, he joined the Resistance. And that's it. We don't know how he lost the ship to the Irving boys or anything beyond that, and the timeline is still very much up in the air. It's kind of underwhelming, to be honest. In The Force Awakens, when you hear it was stolen, I guess you imagine some grand heist or Han was held up at gunpoint or something, but the fact that he just trusted some kid he barely knew is like, really? But I want to dig into that a little bit, because Adventures is a series for kids, and if we just focus on Ducain and him learning from Han to do the right thing and to not be like he used to be, I like that stuff. I like that he now wants redemption for helping the First Order, and he wants to be a better person. And I think we could also look at Han at this point in his life. He's running around the galaxy without his best friend and without his family, something that Maz points out to him. I think he knows that going back to be with Leia and Ben is the right thing to do, exactly what he's preaching to Gannis. So maybe in some subconscious way he was letting the Falcon go. I absolutely don't think he let Ducain steal it on purpose. I just think he absent-mindedly made a mistake because his heart wasn't in what he was doing anymore. But that's just what I take out of the story. What do you think of it? Let me know in the comments. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out our Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.